needs a reason why they should wake up in the morning. If you don't have purpose, if you have not discovered your destiny, if there's no reason for fulfillment in your life, then why get up? You may become one of the imitators of the proverbial ostrich that keeps its head buried in the sand, in fear, in shame and embarrassment, because it does not want to face the reality of the challenges that they are facing at any particular or given time. But think about it. We are here for a purpose. We are here for a reason. We are not here just to take up space and to waste time. We are not here because we are a number or a statistic or information for data. We are here because there is a destiny for us to fulfill. We are here because there is a purpose for us to realize. And we are here because there's a role for us to play in the existence of life. The question is, are we willing to accept that reality? And two, are we willing to embrace that reality? And so if we are willing to accept and embrace those realities, then waking up in the morning would not be a chore. It would be a pleasure. Because you wake up in the morning with a fresh, determined desire to continue the journey that you so passionately embarked upon. Having discovered your purpose, having discovered your destiny, having discovered your reason for living, having discovered the thing that you can connect with, that fulfills you, that springs alive in your spirit, in your being, that defines you and makes you the individual that God intended for you to be in the first place. You see, when we look around us and we look at the people who have attained success, we wonder why they were so successful. Why is it that Roger Federer does not seem to want to put down the racket? At 39, he's still pushing on, he's still going, he's still training, he's still competing at the highest possible level. But if you look at the history of the man, you'd realize that at a very young age, he discovered his purpose. He discovered his talent. He discovered his destiny. And he embraced it. And with discipline and desire, he began to work on himself, his attitude, his mindset, and his character and his ability to be disciplined. They were built because he exercised those virtues, he exercised those qualities. And because he put pressure on them at a very early age, they matured, they grew, they developed. And so at this point in time in his life, his destiny still remains as fresh as it was the first day he had discovered it. That's how you maintain success. And the success that he has accomplished does not define who he is, but he defines the success that he has accomplished because he remains committed. He remains disciplined. He remains passionate about what he believed he was placed on this earth to do, to fulfill, to accomplish. What about us? Are we going to try to follow in someone else's footsteps? Or are we going to try to create a legacy by beating out steps of old? You don't have to be like someone else. You don't have to follow in the footsteps of someone else. You were made to create your own footsteps in the sands of the times of life, not just for yourself, so that others can see that God has placed you here for a purpose. But if you did not discover that by taking time to discover who you are and why you are here, it it will never be fulfilled. Many of us live our entire lives without fulfillment because we are either trying to catch up with a destiny that has already left the station or one that we did not embrace when it was discovered. And for many of us, it's too late. But for most of us, there's still hope. You have to decide whether you fall into that category or not. I cannot do it for you. No one else can define that for you. You have to do it for yourself. And so every opportunity that we have in life, we must use as a stepping stone to get to a better place, to be a better individual. I'm looking at the history of Michael Jordan and I'm thinking, wow, what a success. He started at the age of 16, finding himself going to college, not making the first team and thinking, why? I think I'm good enough. But you know what? Despite the fact that he did not make the first team, he kept believing in himself. He studied himself. He focused on himself. He focused on his strength and he focused on his weaknesses. And he went to the gym and he looked at tapes and he began to work out. While others were going parties and doing other things in their spare time, he worked on himself. You see, we've got to have a high level of diligence and discipline because there are two great lessons you can learn in life. One, the victory and the virtue of discipline, or the pain of regret. The regret that you did not take the time to discover yourself, to understand why God placed you here, to understand the unique purpose for you being on this earth, the fact that you were here only because you were supposed to take up a particular role and display that for the rest of your life, but you never embraced it because you never embraced the real you. You looked in the mirror and you despised what you saw and you walked away. And now you have regrets. But what if you had embraced that destiny? And you found the discipline to do what you needed to do. You did what Roger Federer did. You did what Michael Jordan did. You did what Kobe did. You did what Serena did. You did what Brian Lara did. You did what Ato Bolan did. You worked on yourself. You did what Usain Bolt did. You believe on yourself. You believe in yourself. And in your God-given ability, you embraced it. You accepted it. And you created your own legacy.